very handsome Don Letts, who made that video, and he also made one of the ones that's going to be playing in the background now. It's QVTR, and it's musical youth. What do you think that video perhaps did to make the record a hit?
Well, it was an obvious success in that it was shown on top of the pops at number 26, and it went to number 1. I mean, what more can one say?
Why don't you use any special effects? Because yours are very, very simple, your videos.
I like to work with good performers, whereby one doesn't need video effects to distract. I sort of prefer effects with cuts, if you know what I mean.
Do you not think that it's bad, perhaps, though, that your videos are very easily recognisable? They're very stylised, despite that, and most directors are now.
No, I find that an asset. I find it an asset because people look at a film and they know what I'm about. And that's why you have directors. That's my style.
How much do they cost? And do you think they're worth the money? Because you're always going on about money.
Mine on average cost around, they're like middle of the range now.
How much?
10 grand.
Do you think that's cheap?
No, I think it's a lot of money, but that's stipulated by kind of union regulations and things like that. They could be done cheaper, but that's the way of the business. Videos aren't cheap, unfortunately.
And how much would one of yours cost, for example, John?
Well, I don't agree with Don that videos aren't cheap. I think videos can be cheaper. I think that £10,000 is a very large slice of money. I think they can be done well for about £6,000. Also on film, they can be done even cheaper on film on occasion.
But not with a union regulation for broadcast. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't really agree with you there necessarily. I'm sorry, Don. I really think that a lot of the money doesn't necessarily find its way onto the screen.
True.
It finds its way into John's pocket, in fact.
I do my best.
Well, what's the average cost of one of your videos, John? On average?
I'd say about £7,000. But to you, Don...
What a lie.
Right, before there's a quick tussle on the floor and we haven't got the mud ready for the wrestling, we're now going to talk a bit about what do you think that videos are doing to all the groups?
They're softening them because they rely on videos, and like I say, I prefer to work with somebody that's good as a performer. Nowadays you've got a lot of bands that can just stand there and through video effects appear to be doing marvellous things. Take away the effects and you've got a bunch of choir boys. And I always hated church myself.
What do you think of the very overblown videos, though?
The overblown videos, I'd say, were overblown because of lack of ideas. You know, and that's why they're so expensive.
I take that Don's point there. I think that if you're given £30,000 to do a video, my mother can do a really good video for £30,000. I think the skill is doing good ones, as Don really says, say between £7,000 and £10,000.
Well, basically, a lot of these things are about good photography rather than cinematography. You know what I mean? Where they have lots of visual sets and, like, it's a lack of idea.
But I don't think it takes away from the live performance of a band, the videos.
Very few bands perform in their videos these days. They're all actors. Bad ones at that, most of them.
Well, yes. I was going to say, it's also fair to say that a lot of bands don't do many tours anymore. So the only way they're going to get visually expressed...
Because they can't. That's what my very point is, that they're relying so much on visual images that they can't go out there and justify themselves as just them. They need the effects.
We're going to see another of your videos now, because it is, in fact, the Don Letts show, because you're handsome. And we're going to show your video for Funboy 3's new single. Can you tell us a bit about it before it comes on?